Open this one. As you can see, oops, quite a long tube inside. And again and then on this one I think it's got some needles and things in there. So again, made from straw. Nicely, tightly linked into that. Very modern look to these. Again, this one divides with some bone, pins and things inside. To do with knitting and stuff. Darning, probably darning was used a lot in those days because you made and mended in those days. You didn't just throw out. Those items. Let's have a look at this one. This one's much more of a brown colour, just shades of brown. But again, very intricate weaving in there. Because you always think of soldiers and sailors as being ham-fisted with big sort of sausage fingers, but the amount of skill that went into these shows you what they could do. Again, this is, it's quite tight, even now, after all those years. To get that thing out. Again, you can see it's got a colourful inside. Again, we've got another little brown one. This might be a match case for putting your matches in. It's got a little striker on the end there. But again, it's got a simple geometric design. And again, you've got some nice colour on the inside. And even today, they are quite tight. Another one, this one's got quite a colourful picture on it, but again, you can, after a while, you can sort of spot these because they've got a certain colour palette and they've got a certain style about them. I think once you've seen this video, you'll be able to recognise these. Again, it's got a little striking edge, probably bone, I think that is. Again, a little match box holder with mainly brown, but with a little bit of green. This one has, this one's quite tight as well, pull it out. But again, inside, tiny little pieces. And there's your little holder in there to put your matches. This one's much more colourful. Again, it might be for, maybe for cigars or something. Or just a little thing to put in your odds and ends. But again, you can see the immense amount of work that's gone into these things. People often say, how do you know it's real? Well, the price I pay for it, nobody would make these for that price. This would be hours and hours of work, and even today they're fairly cheap compared with how much work has gone into it. And so people just would not make these to be fakes because it's not worth their while. Again, we got that quite tight. Oops, there we go. Again, you got coloured pieces inside. Very beautiful things. This one's a very small little one. Again, look at the detail. And so these people had an idea of beauty and aesthetics. So we've got little prin needles or something like that for sewing bits. Again, you've got the same sort of long tubular bit. So you can start to get an idea of recognizing these types of items. We got another one here. Different colors, but same sort of. This is also a way of doing ends. Seems to be quite popular. Again, it's a bit more loose, this one. It came out quite well. The others were quite tough. This one's much more of a basic one, but still quite pretty. Look at that. Again, they're quite hard to take apart. They're still very stiff even after all these years. Most of them have got only slight damage. It's a very pretty one. Same sort of designs. Some of the ends have come off a little bit. But again, you've got the same thing with this long tube thing that runs between the two, keeping them all well. You can see that. This one. It's the greeny one. Again, you got the same sort of design there. Tiny little pixel things, and they're gonna place. That's a quite vivid green. Oops. So that might have been a more vivid green in those days, but it's faded a bit. So it would have been more like the colours outside. Here we just got a little box. Quite nice zigzag sort of design. And all around it, it has been this little box. Here we've got another little box, nice design, for different sizes. So they've got tiny, make this design out of different sizes. How they did this, I do not know. Just look at that. Whether it's woven or whether it's just individual bits stuck on, I don't know. But there's the bottom. It's very colourful. It's probably where, because the top has been faded a bit, maybe. And black. Side. And these are sort of crests. It may be that they've asked for certain designs to be put onto it. Maybe it's somebody that bought it, it's got their own family design or something. I don't know. I don't know if there's a parrot or what they're supposed to be. I don't know. Again, there might be some sort of shield. Somebody's shield. Maybe they came in and gave them the design and they asked for that to be done. But I can't get this one apart at the moment, so I won't force it. So another one. Again with some sort of design there. Maybe that's somebody's shield. Then you've got these small designs at the bottom. But time is what these prisoners had a lot of. So let's see if we can open this up. It takes a while. But look at that. Much more vibrant colours inside because they haven't been subject to all the daylight for the last couple of 100 years. And even around the sides there, they've got some design. Now we got the last one. Which again has got some sort of shield on it. It's a bit more damaged, this one. But even so, it's got some, maybe that's it looks like a French symbol there with the, maybe it's Republic of France, maybe it's the French symbol, the revolutionary symbol. So it looks like it's got those cockade hats things, and I think they did have 2 axes for the French Republic. Tiny little bits there. See if I can open this out. This one, it's just got orangey colour in the middle. There you go. Those tiny bits. Tiny bits. But as prisoners, they had lots of time on their hands, so they could work on this all day, maybe 7 or 8 hours a day, just sticking these little bits on. Bit of damage on the side there, but what do you expect when you're that old? I'm a bit damaged and I'm only 70 years old. Right. I hope you can now recognize these items if you saw them in a antique shop or antique fair. And so you'll say, oh yes, I know what that is. If I'm around, don't buy it because I want to buy it. Don't want any competition there. They are very beautiful things, beautiful works of art. And well done to all those French prisoners of war that made these beautiful items. They were certainly craftsmen. Right, thank you very much. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Give us a tick if you like this, and look at my other items if you haven't already seen them. I mainly do items from the Hanoverian period, but I also do some other odds and ends as well. So please have a look at my other items that might be of some use for you. Okay, thank you very much. Bye.